So today we're going to be talking about strategy. It's probably one of the most important things when it comes to building your e-commerce business or your brands is you need to know where you're going, right? It's very, very important to know where you're going and to also start to know exactly the steps that you need to take to actually get there, right? So every single person is going to have a different strategy when it comes to building their business. From the conversations that I've had in the actual events, it seems like a lot of you are really, really interested in building your own brand, which is great because that's something that I truly am fond of, is actually building an actual brand. And the importance of that too is when you look at it from a brand build point of view, as opposed to just making money point of view, it is actually easier to make money building a brand because what you're actually building is you're building yourself some assets also, right? So you're going to have some assets and then you can also eventually sell the actual business. So every single person is going to have a different strategy there. But today I'm going to be talking more about brand building strategy and the steps that you actually need to take to have a brand where you can actually be able to sell online or keep forever, etc. So it's very, very important to get a few steps right when you're actually looking at building your own business or your own brand. So the very first step is obviously the very foundation of building a business, which is starting a business, right? It's either having an ABN or starting out as a company. Now, we did a call with Rodney Stone, who is one of our preferred accountants on the Inner Circle a little while ago. We had a really great chat. I think it was about an hour and a half, and everyone was just asking him a ton of accounting questions, which were awesome. And his recommendation, not mine, because I'm not an accountant, so I'm not allowed to give accounting advice, but his recommendation is to start with an ABN. And then after about 6 months, as you get going in your business, then to start a company. He thought that would be the best option and the most efficient and the cheapest option for yourself also. So when you start the actual business, you're going to have an ABN. You have to think of a business name, of course. And when it comes to actual business name, it can be something that is broad in terms of the actual name itself, or it can be specific to the actual products that you're thinking about selling. If it is something that is going to be specific to the products that you're selling, you are maybe just a little bit more limited, because just in case you come in and you decide to sell, I don't know, let's say you decide to sell a coffee grinder and then you call it the coffee grinder machine. Brand name as an example. It's a horrible name, but an example. It's actually not a bad name because it's got the keyword in it still. But let's say you decide to call it that, then you decide not to sell coffee grinders anymore. Well, now you have to actually change your name. So having something a little bit broad could be a good idea in terms of that, or a name that actually resembles the actual niche that you're thinking about going into. I think that's very, very important. So that's kind of more or less the second step. And then, of course, every great brand needs to have great products, right? So that is something that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about getting people to really dive into their actual product and solve a problem, right? Solve a problem, because that's the biggest thing and that's the easiest way to actually start to have brand recognition. It's the easiest way for you to sell a lot more product, for you to actually have a higher conversion, a lower ad spends, everything else, right? And this is something that I spoke about at length at the actual Melbourne events, and I kind of do always touch on it a lot. But having a really, really good product means that when you put your product beside any other product in the competition or with your actual competition, you can clearly see that your product delivers that little bit more, right? A little bit more.
Hey there, it's Neil-Asher from the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. I want to say a big thank you for watching this video. That video actually was from the regular Monday night Q&A session, excuse me, that I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. Over 2,500 of us now, and growing, by the way. We're the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs right here in Australia, with sales, by the way, of over $50 million. Now, if you'd like to find out more about what we do at the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs and get yourself off there and come and join us, all you need to do is go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. AussieOnlineEntrepreneurs.com.au. The link for that, by the way, is underneath this video, and I will welcome you with open arms and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Till then, have a good one. Bye.